firstly on Friday night, how do you feel after Friday night?
Oh, it's amazing. It's amazing. It was a very nervy night for everybody out there. I think you've seen that. You know, the players and the management were nervous what was going to happen, but the job was done, and it's not just about Friday night. You know, it's about the whole season, and we're rightly in the championships next year, definitely.
Yeah. I mean, it was on Friday. One goal could have changed everything. You know, one goal for Arbroath, finished in 6th place. One goal for Morton, you would have been looking at a playoff this week.
That's right.
So tight.
That's right. For a while, it was had to be a 2-goal swing. You know, obviously Inverness were up, and then obviously equalised, and then they went up again. You know, but the last half an hour, although we come into the game certainly second half and we would look the stronger team, the sending off helped as well. But there's always a chance, a last minute corner and something goes, you know, and one goal would have killed it at that point. But the relief, I think, around the ground and the supporters, you know, I've spoke to a lot of supporters since who were very nervous watching the game. But at the end of the day, we got the result and we finished 7th position, so it's fantastic for the club.
The manager's always said since he's been here he wants to be the best part-time team in Scotland, and I think he's obviously achieved that now. 3 consecutive seasons in the Championship, you know, that's great in itself.
Exactly. No, it's great, and it's great for everybody. The board are ambitious to do that and to be the best part-time team. Although I've said many times, we are a part-time team in name, but the professionalism, we act like a full team, and you know, we finish games stronger than most full-time teams. So, you know, despite our label of being a part-time team, you know, we feel we are a full-time team, and show that on and off the park. You know, especially this season and a difficult season, a very difficult season in many ways, but we've battled through it, and we're in the Championship again next year.
Yeah, I mean, obviously we see it on the park, but off the park, I've seen it firsthand how ambitious you are. You don't just want to stay still as a club. No,
it's right. We're a community club. The supporters, we've had great backing for the supporters. We like the feel-good factor. We're doing well. You know, the supporters like it. You know, it's putting Arbroath on the map again. We're in the Championship, and we do as much as we'd like to do, as much as we can on the park. We help the manager. But bringing the finance in also helps off the park as well. The ground improvements we've got to do, making our supporters, enhancing our supporters' experience at Gayfield is something that we're determined to do.
What are you looking to do in terms of enhancing the supporters' experience?
Well, obviously, you know, we've got a safety certificate to satisfy again before fans coming in, and you know, the supporters have probably noticed last year we put a new roof on one of the enclosures. This year, we're going to do new roofs on the both end enclosures, which needs to be done. We're also looking at hospitality. You know, hospitality's been sold out. You know, when we were allowed to have hospitality before COVID struck, obviously. So we're looking to enhance the hospitality facilities. You know, make it a better experience. Increase the size of the hospitality lounge. So that's something we're looking for to do over the pre-season.
It's quite a lot of financial investment in that. You can or can't put a figure on how much you're investing in terms of...
You know, we have put a figure on it, and we can do it. 2 things, you know, we need to do it for the safety certificate, make sure that the ground's safe. We also want to do it, you know, we're going to bring finance into the club by increasing the hospitality, and supporters want that. So yes, it'll be money well spent.
Yeah. In terms of the fans, I mean, we spoke off camera, 3 seasons in the it'll be the 3rd season in the Championship. The first season was curtailed. You know, the fans must have been really excited thinking about all the clubs that we're going to see coming to Gayfield.
I know.
And then they've had to listen to me and Fairmer. They've had to listen to us all season. They've not had the opportunity to actually really have a full season enjoying the Championship. How much would it mean if we could start the season and get fans in here next year?
Oh, that's the main reason we want to stay in the Championship. You know, the fans have missed a year and a half of it. You know, some of our best times, you know, that a lot of supporters will ever see. The supporters have been coming for lots of years, and this is the best time, you know, we've had. And for the last year and a half, they haven't seen it live, you know. I know they're listening to you and Fairmer, and it's fantastic. We've invested in that facility to do it, and it's better than nothing, you know, and it's a lot better than nothing, to be quite honest. But to get the supporters back in next season, another year in the Championship would just be amazing, you know. Some of the games this season, you know, they've missed, you know, you're beating your Dunfermline at home, beating Raith at home, you know, Alloa, you know, incredible draws against Dundee and Hearts. You know, the fans would have loved it. You know, they've been cheers on at the end. You know, the difference is they may have just helped us, you know, win a couple of games that we've drawn or got beaten. So, you know, we are desperate to see them back.
How much have you personally missed having that atmosphere at the ground? I mean, I know the players will have missed it. How much have you missed being around and hearing the fans here?
Definitely. There's a massive buzz over the last 3 or 4 years. There's been a massive buzz at the club. Folk, look forward to coming down to Gayfield. We're packed houses. The hospitality's full. And it's great to see all the supporters enjoying themselves. We've had a lot of years where we haven't been doing so well, but some of these supporters have been coming for 50, 60, 70 years. My father's been coming for over 70 odd years. And this is the best times. And supporters want to see it, so I'm desperate to see them come back to Gayfield next year.
And they backed you a lot the last lockdown. We've spoken in the past about the supporters well.
Yes.
I mean, it's an incredible amount of money that they were willing to put into the club because they've obviously got that close connection with
Definitely. Oh, and we appreciate everything they've done. It's amazing. We did obviously the supporters wall, and started off a figure, and it got higher and higher and higher. We couldn't believe it. Almost £100,000 has been raised for the supporters wall, and some people have come in to see it already. But it'd be great on the first game of the season when we get our supporters back that people can take time, have a look, and see their names on the wall. So yeah, we have really missed them, and just hopefully, positively, we'll get some people back in. We'd like to reward our season ticket holders as well. They've been fantastic this year. They bought season tickets at the start of the season when we didn't know. We thought we'd get fans back in. Hasn't happened. So we're very grateful. So we'd like to do something for them. We're going to have a board meeting next week, and we'll have a thought how we can reward these supporters for their loyalty to the club. And we'll take it from there.
Is this the best time in the club's history? I mean, the club's, I think, 140 odd years old. Is this the best period in the club's history, do you think?
Certainly in my history, anyway. I remember the Albert Henderson days. I do remember those days. Fantastic days in Old First Division. Great, big teams coming to Gayfield, and we're giving them a run for their money and beating them sometimes. So these were great days. And some of the characters, and the players at the end days that were legends. I think now, it's years to come, some of these players will be seen as legends as well. Loyal players, great players at the club. So yeah, so for our younger supporters, I would say this is the best time, certainly the best time I've ever had.
And the manager, we talk about players, how much of an impact has he made over his time here?
Oh, Dick's amazing. Dick's Dick, as we say. What a motivator, what a character. The fans love him, we love him. But it's he come in. I think I remember the first game he come in. We were down at Berwick. We're sitting near the bottom of the league, League Two, and we got beat that day. I think it was 3-0 that day. And he thought to himself, "What am I letting myself in for?" But gradually, he's got better players round about, and we've given the finances to get better players in, and we've just, we've grown and grown. So, but obviously, his backroom staff help him greatly as well. Ian, Pink, and Rab and John, they're there to keep him right. And it's a great team.
It's very, obviously, goes without saying, he's one of the most enthusiastic managers I've ever interviewed as well. And I remember when you won the league at Brecon, after the game, the thought is, right, well, what's going to happen? Well, they've got to Championship, that's fine, they'll have a good season in the Championship, enjoy it. Dick straight away is saying, we're going up and having a go, we're not going up just to pick up numbers.
That's right, and that's our view. And I phoned him, obviously spoke to him since Friday night, and we will sit down and we'll plan next season. We're not here just to stand still. We'll plan, as I said, off the park, but also on the park. We'll try and give them the resources, help give them the resources to get better players into the club, build on it. And we like the Championship. We would like to stay in it.
Would you like the club, I guess it goes without saying, to become an established Championship club? I don't know when that becomes the case as an established Championship club, but would you like to be seen as an established Championship?
We would love to, but let's not get too far ahead of ourselves. We're battling against it every week, and we've got great battling players, and everybody's working hard to do that. And we like ourselves a wee bit the underdogs, So as soon as you say you've arrived, that's when your downfall starts. And it's difficult. It'll be difficult this year as next year's season as well. We've got Partick Thistle coming back into the Championship, and who knows, who's going to come up. Teams are getting stronger, so we just need to keep pushing on.
On Dick, could I ask? There must be other clubs that have looked at Dick at some stage. You would imagine, given the job he's done.
I'd imagine so. I'd imagine so. He's always said to me he's happy here. I think we have a good relationship. You know, I'm not saying he gets everything he wants, but he almost gets everything he wants. You know, whatever he wants, the directors try to help him and try to get the players in we can and look after players. We want to look after people at this club. You know, and I think he sees that, and the management team see that, and the players see that. You know, there's Ricky Little signed another 2-year contract. Ricky comes up from Ayrshire, you know, twice a week to Perth to train, and he comes up, you know, to Gayfield. You know, for someone to do that, it will be 10 years, shows, you know, the club's doing something right.